Another episode of Sound Advice here in the month of August with Doug Leonard. And Doug, I love being able to use technology for just even everyday things. But I have been around people who have hearing aids and they will get a phone call. One, I don't hear the phone ring. Two, they start talking and I don't hear the person respond.
Right.
Because they are actually connected to a Bluetooth from their hearing aids into the phone. It's fascinating to me because then I'm just like, wait, are you talking to me?
It's fascinating. It can be disconcerting. It can be
true.
I've had spouses that will even tell me they don't like that, which I personally, I would think it would be preferred compared to having them sit there and talk through speakerphone where you're hearing that whole conversation.
Everything, yeah.
But it is something you have to get used to. So, I had a conversation with a person recently whose parent was really struggling with their hearing, and this adult child was expressing really kind of concern and worry about their parent because, when she would call, mom or dad, I don't recall, wouldn't answer the phone. And if the general public listening to the radio right now, if you have an older parent and you call them, or even I call my kids, who are in their 20s, if they don't answer, probably not a big deal, but you do start to get concerned.
Right.
And especially older folks, if they're having some health issues or whatever, you want to make sure that they're answering their phone. And by having that Bluetooth connection from their hearing instruments to their phone, it solves all of those problems.
Right. Especially if they've got mobility issues and if they're wanting to maybe just sit in the living room but their phone is charging in another room, at least this way they would be getting those notifications and they would be getting those calls.
Yeah, and in general, you and I know what notifications are, probably most people that are listening do, but that's a phone call. It could be your phone call ringing, so that notification of the ring. It could be a text message, same thing. My dad's a terrible responder of texts, so I have to call him all the time, but people can miss text messages. I do too. I have a smartwatch, so I generally see my text, but if it's charging and somebody texts me and my phone's in a different room, I don't hear it. Or I have it on silent and I don't hear it. So if you text mom or dad and they don't respond, or again, you call them, because of the connectivity from their devices to their phone, they get all those notifications. And you can modify them. You can turn them up, you can turn them down, the notifications through the phone itself. You can have some notifications with audio and some notifications that don't have audio. So it's a great way for a little peace of mind for mom or dad that they're not going to miss things.
And especially if it's an emergency and it's alert, if you've got a weather issue or something like that, you customize that.
100%. If mom or dad had a weather app on their phone and it would send an audio notification, they will get that through their hearing aids. So, I get pushback sometimes from patients about technology, and I understand it can be confusing or complicated. But once we set that up for the patient, assuming they don't mess around with the settings on their phone,
right,
it should stay permanently connected, and it's basic. They don't have to do anything special. They can use their phone like they always do. They answer their phone, they dial their phone, they look up a number or whatever, but it's all streaming through the hearing aid, and it just adds another great benefit.
And Doug, they don't actually have to have a smartphone to do that. They can actually connect that with even a flip phone.
Yeah, it's great point. I still have a lot of patients that have flip phones, and so that Bluetooth connectivity is still available through a flip phone.
If you want to find out more, you can contact Doug and his staff either through their Facebook page or give them a call, 792-5933. You've been listening to Sound Advice with Doug Leonard from Audiological Services of Iowa.